I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Report of any executive sessions?
There were none held.
Public comment?
Commissioner, if I may, just inform the board that there were bid openings this morning, one for the cleaning contract at 911, one for the cleaning contract at the Children's Youth Building, and one for the prison project. And they will be awarded hopefully next week.
Okay.
Morning.
Morning. Hey, I talked to the governor, Steve Moyer, Mechanicsville. I talked to the governor's office this morning. They pushed my 3 questions about the 9/11 and the $375,000 for children, youth, and services, and inheritance tax up. I wanted to talk to you about, you 3 folks are businessmen, or you own a farm, and plus you get paid for this job. People on the senior citizens are on a strict budget, and if their roof needs to get fixed, they live within their means and fix that roof. You folks need to do the same. I mean, you've seen for a year that the COVID funding went away. You weren't going to have it this year, and still, we're here now, and you're saying, well, we're going to look if we can make any more cuts. The time to do that was last year when you were out of COVID funding, and you did not have 6 years straight where you didn't raise the taxes. 3 of those years were because you had extra COVID money to pass them budgets, and we cannot afford it. You realize with the reassessment next year, the school taxes are going to go through the roof because you're going to say the houses are worth more money. So then taxes are going to go up.
Reassessment's revenue neutral. So if they collect $5 million in taxes in 2025, in 2026 they have to collect $5 million in taxes. It's revenue neutral. So any school districts that's saying their taxes are going to go up because of the reassessment, that is false.
Okay, well that was my wrong assumption.
That's false.
The millage will go down, the ratio that the property value goes up, so revenue neutral and your municipality, same thing, the millage goes down and the
Revenue stays the same.
Okay.
Revenue neutral is across the board.
Well,
Okay.
I'm just saying we cannot afford it. I mean, you can sit here all you want, just like the city does, who raise their taxes. The school district every year raises their taxes. The senior citizens can't afford it. I mean, they just can't afford it. They live within a budget. And at some point, our government agencies need to do the same. I mean, we pay a lot of money in taxes, and we're not getting the service that we should get based on the budget that is passed. Why is this such a big high increase? It's crazy. And I'm telling you, we cannot afford it. The seniors can't afford it. Talked to one yesterday on the route. I said, he read it in the paper. I said, look, buddy, come up to the meeting. You don't want to come up. I said, well, then that's why you're going to get what you're going to get. And I don't want it. I can't, I don't want to have to move out of my house and go to a high rise. I mean, that's not America. I mean, and our government is doing it to us. You guys were in for this job to have it and do a good job. I mean, certainly you would have to look at us taxpayers more so than the services you provide and employees you have. At some point, you may have to fire employees.
Well, right now, the main drivers of this are, right now, we only can affect change on 125 employees. The rest are all union contracts. Now, when the union contracts come up in 2025 and 2026, we're going to negotiate the changes, hopefully, in the healthcare there and see savings. But when I came in, the 2024 budget was already passed, and that's the budget I had to abide by. The 2025 budget, the biggest drivers are the healthcare and 911. I can't shut 911 down.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, they are the 2 biggest drivers of this thing. And Harrisburg, like you said, we sent $12 million last year in inheritance money. We got to keep $80,000. 80,000. Let me keep my 12 million. Guess what?
We won't have a
There's
budget
no,
increase.
let me keep half of it.
Yeah.
Let me keep 2.4 million of it. That's 1 mil.
Well, you know, what I said to the guy on the phone this morning is, you know, what you're doing is putting an extra state tax on us through the county by not funding the 911 and the children, youth and
I
services.
completely agree. They push it on us. And trust me, anybody thinks any three of us are happy with this budget, like a comment would, I agonize over this. I'm still going over the budget. Last night I was on the phone with our solicitor about the budget. That's all I've been living, and I know my fellow commissioners have. We're not happy with this in any way, shape, or form, but these cuts that we're trying to implement now, I agree with you. Some of these cuts should have been done over that 3-year period.
Yeah. I did talk to a doctor yesterday in a neighboring county who is a psychiatrist. He's on an advisory board for that county for mental health. The state does the same to them. Mandate stuff and don't pay for it.
That's what I mean.
But one last thing I'll say on that. Then the state and the county and the city, they gotta talk better because you cannot keep doing this. You know.
We were at a conference, a CCAP conference, and I brought all these issues up to CCAP, that they need to lobby for funding for counties and alternate sources of revenue for counties, because we can't keep knocking on the taxpayer's door.
Yeah.
And until we get the change in Harrisburg, if I had the power right now, I'd say, okay, we're not sending you $12 million this year. But if I would do that, the Auditor General and the DOJ would be here arresting us.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that because the state mandated, judge mandated the school district to come up with a different formula on funding the schools, and they just blew it off. They don't care.
Right.
If I did that, I'd be in jail. I'd be across the street.
I agree.
All right, thank you for your
Thank
time.
you. Any other public comment?
Morning, George.
Good morning.
George.
George Stankovich, Palo Alto, and I hear what Steve's saying, and I'm not just saying for senior citizens, he is one, a veteran too, I'm saying for the veterans too, they're just losing their homes. You know what you're gonna see, don't worry about high rises, you're gonna see more tents up. There's gonna be tents up. This is ridiculous. I mean, we have to find a different way. I'm tired of hearing this one saying, well, I'm gonna pass it over there, and then this one says, well, I'm not taking care of that. That's what happens. It's just a triangle, it keeps on. I'm tired of hearing this nonsense. And one party's blaming the other party for not voting for this or not voting for that. And you know what? It's time for people to wake up and see who is and who isn't doing this voting to get these procedures done. I hate to hear, well, we can't do that because, yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you're saying about cutting budgets. When that stupid bridge over there, and I'm gonna call it stupid because it's a bridge to nowhere, and that's what the name is, everybody's giving that name, because you put over $2 million into building that stupid, getting it fixed and putting it over there. It was ridiculous. There's $2 million you could have had.
That's not a county project. The county didn't put $2 million into that bridge. That was, trust me, the county would put $2 million into a bridge like that.
Well, where are they getting it from?
They got the state and the federal government. Instead, they should give that to us.
That's right. And I
agree.
mean, now there's
I
$2
agree.
million of your $12 million you're looking for right there. And I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. Yeah, they're making Pennsylvania beautiful, right? How is it gonna look beautiful when you're seeing tents out there instead of people living in homes? This is a disgrace because, like Steve said, you can't afford to change anything in your house. You're afraid to because you need that money to pay the taxes. And this is crazy. You can't even live right. And veterans, I'm tired of telling, and senior citizens. I see people in their 80s and 90s walking the streets because they have nowhere to go. And they're afraid to ask somebody for help Because then they think they're, being obligated or being a pain to somebody. This is ridiculous. We gotta start opening the doors to people. You want the county to grow, you want people to come into this county, you can't just keep on driving people's taxes up to pay this nonsense. This is crazy. I can't believe it's still happening, but it is. And I know the price of everything's going up. Hey, everybody knows that. You'd be a fool if you don't know that much. But still enough, when you're paying school taxes, especially, I know you don't have nothing to do with that, but school taxes is something that is so ridiculous. I'm gonna be out of school for 55 years. 55 years, I'm still paying school taxes? That is ridiculous. What, for a pencil and a tablet? That's what we used to get. That's what we used to get, not computers every other year. I'm sorry. There's families out there that shouldn't get that help, and they're getting that help too. This is ridiculous. It's time that we change and find out a different way and save people from leaving the county.
Any other public comment? Okay, if not, let's move on with the meeting. Public Works.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Prior to the work session, a bid was opened and read this morning for the cleaning of the County of Schuylkill 911 Communication Center and the Children and Youth Building. The bidder is to be awarded the contract at the December 11th, 2024 Board of Commissioners meeting. The qualified bidder was Diversified Maintenance for the next 2 years, 2025 and 2026. Each year, the bid is $43,148 for a total of $86,296. For the 911 center for the next 2 years, 25 and 26, each year is $23,409 for a total of $46,818.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Tax assessment office. Hey, Christie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Christie.
I have done research on the counties in PA, and I'm requesting the commissioners adopt a resolution to revise the UPI parcel certification fee to $20 per parcel per document effective January 1st, 2025. By way of a background, a $10 charge per document went into effect on February 3rd, 2003 in conjunction with the Pennsylvania Uniform Parcel Identifier Act of 1988 and the Schuylkill County Implementation Ordinance. Those counties charging $20 per parcel would include, but not limited to, Carbon, Crawford, Dauphin, Fayette, Fulton, Huntington, Lawrence, Luzerne, and Perry. The counties working on increasing a UPI fee from 10 to 20 include, but not limited to, Cumberland, Warren, and York.
Thank you.
Thanks for your work on that.
You're welcome. Grant writers.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Today I'm requesting approval of change order number 1 to a CDBG contract with Schuylkill Paving Incorporated for $2,791.60, increasing the contract from $74,805.80 to $77,597.40. This is for additional quantities. The Borough of Shenandoah will be paying this portion of the contract. Thank you.
Planning and zoning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In planning and zoning, I'm requesting a motion to authorize the payment of the annual ESRI maintenance in the amount of $26,040. ESRI is an IT qualified by and has a CoStarz contract with the state of Pennsylvania. This maintenance covers both the GIS desktop and the server software. In the liquid fuels department, I'm requesting a motion to approve the submittal of the 2024 annual liquid fuels reports to PennDOT. This includes the regular liquid fuels, Act 44, Act 89, and the local use. The reports will be submitted prior to January 31st, 2025. And the next item is a motion to encumber an additional $300,000 for project 21-53000-001, which is County Bridge 24 Line Street over Good Spring, Tremont Borough. This project is currently being advertised for bids, and I think our opening is on Monday. And that is $300,000 of liquid fuels money.
Thank you.
Thank you.
MIS.
Morning, Con.
Morning, Commissioners.
Connor Matz, MIS. Approval for contract renewal with Park Place Technologies for service support. Cost for the service is $6,255.84. Term starts January 1st, 2025 and ends December 31st, 2025.
Solicitor's office.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
A motion is requested by our office that the board approve and authorize the execution of a stipulation and joint settlement for the assessment appeal initiated by the taxpayer in the matter of TFT Realty versus Schuylkill County Board of Assessment Appeals, Schuylkill County Commissioners, Shenandoah Borough and Shenandoah Valley School District, common pleas number S 2012-2024. After extensive negotiations and based upon the affected taxing district's review of the comp sales and expert appraisal obtained by the assessed owners, the parties will stipulate a fair market value for parcel 64-06-0105.000 of $40,000, the assessed value of $8,196.72, which is effective immediately and will apply to all subsequent years thereafter until revised by an appeal or reassessment or provided by law. And this essentially is not really involving the county, but it's a suit between the property owner and a different taxing body, but because we are a taxing body, we have to approve it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Paul Moore.
Commissioners, good morning. Currently, there are 5 budget adjustments that are listed on your agenda for today. The 5 budget adjustments have been posted outside the boardroom. Because the one for Office of Senior Services is for $869,139, because of the large amount, I just would like to touch on that a little bit. First of all, the Office of Senior Services is approximately about a $7 million operation. It's funded with a combination of federal and state funds. Does not require any type of subsidy or allocation from the county general fund. So 100% is self-funded between federal and state funds. The agency personnel down there do a very good job with managing their budget. Periodically, they review all their departmental line items, and if they see there's any opportunity for savings, they redirect those savings into program services. That's what the purpose of the budget adjustment is for today. They performed the review, they've identified some savings in some categorical line items, and they want to redirect those savings into program services for citizens of Schuylkill County that qualify for the services. I also have a supplemental budget appropriation resolution I'd like to present. It's 2024-26. I'm presenting this on behalf of the MHDS agency. It's for $575,228. Commissioners, what this resolution represents, the agency has received some additional funding from the state, and what they would like to do is increase program services for eligible citizens in Schuylkill County, and so we need to adjust the appropriate revenue and expenditure line items.
Can I have a motion for 2024-26?
So moved, sir.
Second.
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I appreciate your explanation that how that system works and the fact that sometimes there's an opportunity to take extra funds and put it to the good services for the support the seniors. Appreciate that explanation. I commend our senior services staff for what they do, so.
You're welcome, Commissioner.
County Administrator.
Okay, request that the Board of Commissioners ratify the designee approved contract for the month of November 2024, and motion is requested at this time.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
The question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
Yes.
Thank you.
Human Resources.
Yeah, good morning, Commissioners. I'm requesting approval to renew the agreement with Benetcon Group to serve as the administrator of the health reimbursement account. Monthly premium is $4 per employee, but it's split between Benetcon, the county, and the broker as follows. Benetcon, $1.84 per employee per month, the county, $1.36 per employee per month, and the broker, the remainder, 80 cents per employee per month. The agreement is effective January 1, 25 for a 12-month period unless terminated by a written notice to the other party in 60 days in advance. The other item is approval to revise the county retirement health benefits policy number 2006-08 to correct one error and to clarify and correct language on reimbursement of Medicare Part B. The county will reimburse the retiree at the monthly standard rate for Medicare Part B on a quarterly basis effective January 1, 2025 for new retirees. Also, I have the following personnel items.
Before you move into that, I just want to clarify, and this goes for only new retirees, the current retirees who currently get what they're getting, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to verify that. Thank you.
In children and youth, we have the promotion of Heather Collins to County Caseworker 2 from County Caseworker 1. The rate is 22.3836, effective 12/16/24. And in MHDS, we have 4 appointments. Santino Napoli, Caseworker Supervisor, rate is 32.6928, effective 1/6/25. Shannon Heiser, Caseworker 1, the rate is 25.2583, effective 1/6/25. June Shea, Caseworker 1, the rate is 25.2583, effective 1/6/25. And finally, Stacy McDonough, Caseworker 1, the rate is 23.1149, effective 1/6/25. All appointments are pending drug test and physical where appropriate, and all actions involving salary or for positions being created are pending salary board approval.
Thank you. Under new business, next week's meeting will be 12/11/24. The meeting will be an evening meeting. It'll be at 6 p.m. There's no other new business. So motion to adjourn.
So moved, sir.
Salary board, report of executive sessions.
There were none.
Public comment for salary board. Human Resource Office, personnel actions.
Yes, in MHDS, we have set salary for 4 positions. Santino Napoli, Caseworker Supervisor, rate is 32.6928, effective 1/6/25. Shannon Heiser, Caseworker 1, the rate is 25.2583, effective 1/6/25. June Shea, Caseworker 1, the rate is 25.2583, effective 1/6/25. And Stacy McDonough, Caseworker 1, the rate is 23.1149, effective 1/6/25. And then we have rate increases for 4 employees, also in MHDS. Kara Tran, Program Specialist 2, the rate is 65,138, effective 1/6/25. Tara Mercury, Program Specialist 1, the rate is 29.0470, effective 1/6/25. Lisa Fishburne, Fiscal Officer 2, the rate is 35.7243, effective 1/6/25. And Christine Fulton, Administrative Assistant 1, the rate is 26.0160, and that is also effective 1/6/25.
Any new business? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.